On a quiet morning by the banks of Willow Creek, a wealthy man named Victor made a promise to his 4-year-old twin daughters, Lila and Maya, a special boat trip they'd never forget. But deep inside, he was hiding a dark secret and a cruel plan that would change their lives forever. The girls watched with wide eyes as their father dragged an old, worn-out boat to the water's edge. They didn't know it yet, but this wasn't just any boat ride. It was meant to be their end. As the boat drifted into the current, the water began to seep in through hidden cracks. The twins cried out, "Daddy, please come back." But Victor turned away, heart cold, walking toward his car like nothing had happened. What he didn't know was that someone had seen everything. Across the creek, on a small farm nestled between the trees, lived a gentle white horse named Sky. He stood tall on the bank, watching the boat drift further into the water and then start to sink. Sky let out a loud neigh, alerting his owner, Eli, a retired fisherman who lived alone after losing his wife years ago. Eli ran outside, following Sky's gaze, and saw the horror unfolding on the water. Without hesitation, Sky bolted down the hill and leaped into the creek. He swam straight for the sinking boat. If you love animals and believe in miracles, hit that subscribe button now, because what happens next will move your heart like never before. Back on the creek, the water was rising fast inside the boat. Lila and Maya clung to each other, sobbing as the cold water soaked their little dresses. Just as fear took hold, a splash broke the surface. Sky had arrived. With surprising strength and calm intelligence, he pushed against the side of the boat, guiding it toward the nearest shore. Eli finally reached him in his canoe, pulling both girls to safety. They were shaken, soaked, and scared, but alive. Sky stood beside them, gently nudging the girls with his nose, as if saying, "You're safe now." Eli brought them home, wrapped them in blankets, and gave them warm tea. Thundering storms raged outside, but inside his cozy cabin, peace slowly returned. Over the next few days, Lila and Maya opened up about what had happened. Their father had promised them a fun ride. He had lied. And when Eli heard more from the girls, a terrible truth settled in his chest. Victor hadn't lost his daughters. He had tried to kill them. 3 days later, black SUVs rolled up to Eli's property. Men stepped out, dressed in suits, asking questions, too many questions. "Have you seen 2 missing girls?" one asked. Eli shook his head, but Sky knew. He paced nervously, snorting, standing between the men and the house where the girls slept. Inside, Lila and Maya peeked through the curtains. "They're bad men," Maya whispered. Eli stayed strong at the door, shotgun in hand, ready to protect the girls no matter the cost. The men left, but not without threats. "We'll be back." Eli knew time was running out. He rode Sky to his neighbor, Tom, a former soldier who believed in justice. Together, they called the police. And not long after, sirens echoed through the valley. Officers arrived. Social workers came. And among them, a woman raced toward the cabin. The girl's real mother, Nadia. She had known something was wrong when Victor called to say her daughters were gone. Now, she held them tight, crying tears of joy and grief all at once. At trial, the truth came out. Victor had planned everything, bought the boat weeks in advance, chosen the spot carefully, even lied to police. His new wife, Elise, had pressured him to get rid of the problem, meaning his own children. Lila and Maya's innocent voices played over the courtroom speakers. He put us in the boat and left. The jury listened in silence. The judge looked at Victor and said, "You've been found guilty of attempted murder. You will serve 20 years in prison." Victor collapsed in the courtroom, broken. He had lost everything. Elise disappeared from public life, shunned by society. Meanwhile, Eli became more than a savior. He became family. Nadia moved close to his cabin. Every morning, Lila and Maya ran barefoot through the grass, chasing Sky, laughing, free. Months passed. One evening, as the sun dipped below the trees, Lila handed Eli a drawing. It showed a girl, a man, a white horse, and a blue river. "Thank you for saving us," she said, hugging his leg. Maya hugged him too. From that day forward, they called him Grandpa Eli. And Sky, well, He still watched over them every day, a silent guardian, always nearby. Moral lesson: love doesn't come from blood. It comes from the heart. And sometimes it arrives in the most unexpected ways, like a white horse galloping through the mist. If you enjoyed this emotional story, don't forget to subscribe, turn on notifications, and leave a comment below. Let us know what you think about Sky and Eli's bond. Until next time, stay strong, stay kind, and remember, heroes can come in any form.